Welcome back to Pete's Critiques. As this week, we are going to be doing a solely Q&A episode. It's going to be great. Throughout my time being absent the past couple of weeks, a lot of questions have accumulated in my inbox. So we are going to be going over all of those today. So, kicking things right off, we have a question from Carter. Carter says, "Hey Pete, first, who has a better chance to get MVP? Daniel Jones or Jonathan Taylor?" Carter has a lot of questions, so we're going to break them down one by one. Starting with that one, between those two options, if I were to have to pick one, I would definitely choose Daniel Jones. And the reason why I do that is before you guys click off my podcast, before you guys start destroying me, I would choose Daniel Jones purely because he's a quarterback. And the thing that makes people mad about the MVP award is how MVPs are always quarterbacks, but if you take the award at value, and keyword being value, MVP stands for most valuable player. The most valuable player on a team is always the quarterback. Always the quarterback. It's in terms of value. There is maybe an exception here or there you can make. LaDainian Tomlinson, Barry Sanders, those guys were more valuable than the quarterback for their teams. But when you look at this team, you look at, okay, who's the most valuable on their team? It's Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is more valuable to their team than Jonathan Taylor is in the long run. You guys will see that this will be right. I would choose for the most valuable player between those two players, Daniel Jones. However, although Daniel Jones is first in yards and he is a good MVP candidate, he would not be my MVP favorite. If I had a vote for the ballot, I would choose Drake May. Drake May, baby. Right here. Drake May. For those of you watching on YouTube, you just got to see me. Drake May. Here's why, okay? His value is unlike anybody else in the league, and here's why I'll explain it. He has very little weaponry behind him. We saw how terrible the team was last year without him, and then when they implemented him in, the way the team skyrocketed. He only has 4 interceptions, and the value that he brings to the team is unlike anything else. And that's why I'd pick Drake May. Second question from Carter. Do you see a clear Super Bowl favorite right now? This is a really good question because actually my answer to this question is no. Unlike most years, I actually don't see a Super Bowl favorite. I don't. Like all the top dogs, like the Lions, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Eagles, if you want to put the Patriots in, you Patriots fans like me, you can. But they all are like taking L's once every 2 or 3 weeks. I don't see any alpha number one because every single team has shown a sign of being shaky. The Lions just took a loss last week. They lost to the Chiefs as well. The Chiefs took an L to the Bills, so they can't beat a good team. The Bills have showed shakiness in the past. They lost to the Patriots. The Eagles have been shaky at times. All these top dogs, they all have flaws, which leads to the case that there's no top dog that's just dominant. So, final question. What team is currently the most disappointing or the most fraudulent as they don't deserve the amount of wins that they have? So in terms of disappointing, this is a good question. In terms of how disappointed these fans should be, I mean, I would be really disappointed if I was a Bengals fan. Let me start off by saying that. That and the Ravens fans, both their quarterbacks have gone down with injuries. I know the Bengals, Joe Burrow, his injury is a little bit worse. But I'd be disappointed with them. I would be really disappointed if I was a fan of their team because I had that alpha quarterback one and now he's gone and now my team is collapsing. Although Lamar is coming back and they are trending up, which I'll get to later in a question from a different person, I would be disappointed with the record that they have. Our next question is from Ben. Ben says, do you think the Patriots will win the AFC East? Okay, so let's be real here. There's only one competitor for the Patriots for the AFC East, and it's a good competitor. It's the Bills. The Dolphins and Jets do not have a chance. Let's just get that out of the way. So, let's break down this matchup between the Bills and the Patriots. So, whose defense is best? Let's start with the defense. The Patriots have a very strong defense. They have the number 1 run defense, which versus a Bills run game, which is really good. We saw them play each other. We saw that the Bills run game got stifled by a very strong Patriots run defense. They have the number 1 run defense, which in the playoffs, that can be what makes or breaks a playoff game. Or what makes or breaks those really late in the year games where defenses start to wear down and give up the run. That's important. The Patriots are top 10 in yards per game allowed, so the Patriots defense is very sound. They are shaky in the pass defense, which I hope Christian Gonzalez and the secondary can group up and fix, but I think the Patriots are better. We can break down the offense. The Patriots are top 5 in total yards. The passing offense is top 5. They're not turning the ball over very much. I know Drake May is having a very fumble-full season. Ramondre Stevenson can say the same. But I think that the Patriots and Mike Vrabel has coached these guys into some very fundamentally sound players. I think that they will ultimately win the AFC East. As for the playoffs, I need to see more out of the Patriots in order to say that they were going to make a deep run into the playoffs. So, there you go. The Patriots will win the AFC East. Mark my words. Next question is from Alex. Alex says, Pete, are Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers the best team in the AFC North? So, to break down this question, I'm going to start off by saying yes, they are. They are, by the way, Alex, they are the best team in the NFC North right now. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows for the Steelers. The Steelers have shown weaknesses, just like every other team. But more importantly, the Ravens are trending upwards with Lamar returning. So if I were you, I would be concerned for that. They really need to win. I don't know. Have they played already 2 games against the Ravens? I don't know. If they have another game or 2 games against the Ravens, they really need to win those games. Really, really, really. So, yes, they are the best team. But however, fundamentally, the Steelers are the best team. But however, Lamar's coming. Lamar's chasing. I'd be careful if I were you. Our last question is from Dwayne. Dwayne says, Pete, why are the Saints so bad? Right to the point, Dwayne. Okay, I'm going to give you the obvious answer. The Saints are bad simply because they have a lack of quarterback. They don't have good quarterback play. They just don't. It's the most important position in football, and they just don't have it, right? They have a smart young head coach who I think he can do it in the future. Kellen Moore can do it. They have the offensive weaponry. They have Kamara, who's getting old. They have Olave, which I think they might trade away. I think they're going to clean house after this year. But, they have all the tools to become a respectable team. But they don't have a respectable quarterback. They just don't. And I think that's why the Saints are, quote-unquote, so bad. Dwayne also asks, I have Bill in my fantasy league, but he sucks. Is there anyone that would be stupid enough to trade for him? Or should I just drop him? So Dwayne, don't act rashly. Don't drop him. You need to stash him. I know it's frustrating that you have a player who you think is going to be really good, but do not drop Bill. Don't do it. He has value. He can be a piece that you can include in a trade. I wouldn't accept a trade for Bill straight up right now, but you can add him into a trade as an upside piece and definitely try and sway that trade. So don't drop him. Don't drop him. Don't drop him. That's my answer. You can look for trades, be open to trading him away, but don't drop him. All right. Thank you guys for listening. A little bit of a shorter episode this week. I've been busy with a little bit of personal stuff, but thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll catch you next time.